An art style is like your own personalized order at McDonald's. You already have the menu, you just have to pick what you like from it and take out what you don't like. Now I know that might sound a bit confusing for now, but I promise that's how even most of your favorite artists have found their own art style, and we're about to break it all down in 4 crucial points. Starting with point number 1. Knowing what you like. I'm a simple guy myself, so I like a simple Big Mac. This can be as easy as going on Instagram and Pinterest, which I have a menu in this case, to see what you're drawn to and what sparks some inspiration for you. Not just what you like looking at, but what makes you feel like you need to pick up a canvas and start making something like it, even when you know your skills are not quite there. It can be also looking into something more mainstream, like your favorite animated shows, movies, or video games. Or like in my case, something even more specific, like having a list of artists you look up to and wanting to implement some of the tactics they use in your own art. So let's break down what I like so that you can have an idea of what I mean. I like KB Cavallo's character designs, especially how his character's facial features look. I like how detailed David Pekin's characters are, how the clothes have a lot of details, like how you can even see the stitching and all that. Since I grew up on Disney movies, I've always liked how the characters look on films like Brave, Moana, and others. I also like the vibrant colors from Cash Art, Jackie Drushko, and Mimi Moo illustrations work. Oh, and finally, I like how Kilo and John lights up his work and how clean his renders look. But ultimately, what I love about listing what we like is that it helps us notice what we don't like, which is the next point on our checklist. I hate onions. I really don't like them or want them anywhere near my burger. As much as I like David Pekin's art with the sci-fi theme, I personally don't like boxing myself into just making one theme for my art, at least for now. So I won't be focusing on making one specific mood or theme as much for my art style. Also, I love making vibrant colors in terms of the lighting than making characters with brighter colors. So I'll be sticking to using darker colors, then using vibrant colors as the light sources. I don't know why, but I thought I had a long list of things I don't like for some reason. The last 2 points are the most crucial, since they can make or break your art style. But before we talk about them, let's make this practical by me crafting my own art style with you. Here are all my references from things I like. I want to see if I can make a stylized version of this image, implementing everything we've been talking about in this video. The third point is the type of art medium being used, i.e. what's your version of McDonald's. McDonald's is a fast food chain at the end of the day, and there are a lot of fast food chains that have their own version of a Big Mac, aka a famous burger. Like how there are a lot of art mediums with their own famous sub-communities inside. 2D art and 3D art having realistic stylization and other sub-communities within them. My version of McDonald's is Burger King because I love me a Whopper. And Steers. If you're not African, you should definitely tap in. But if you bring it back to art, my version of McDonald's is 3D art. I like how therapeutic it is for me, especially sculpting. And I also like that it has now almost been a year since I started learning it, but I'm seeing a lot of improvement. Most of the artists I mentioned make 2D art, meaning I'll have to find a way to translate all of that to 3D. And although animated movies like Across the Spider-Verse have broken down the bridge between 2D and 3D art, I'll be keeping my style simple and not adding any outlines to my work. The face is something I have to spend a little bit more time on before I can get it right, especially the eyes. But if you take a good look at KB Cavallo's characters, most of the eyes have this egg-like shape. I want to implement that in my own way, but make them a little bit more bigger. Something like the Disney Pixar style, but with my own twist. So I also found these references on Pinterest to help me out. The last point is being aware of what you're already good at. As in, are you already good at knowing your personalized order back and forth? Knowing that even when you like the Big Mac or a burger, you still don't include the onions. And maybe you also want to bring in more things you like in your personalized order, like your favorite drink, and maybe also a specific amount of chicken nuggets added in. But whether you're new to the art medium you're using or not, your skill set will limit the end result of how your art style will look. Like how money might limit you from personalizing your order if you can afford it. Looking at it from that perspective will lower the expectations you gave yourself by taking inspiration from artists who have a lot of experience than you do. Being aware of the limited skills you have might be the it for you and better your art style. Like how 1000 always mentioned that painting people with realistic colors has always been a challenge to him, which led to his iconic tail characters. All in all, your art style should be something you're proud of, and if you're not yet satisfied about how it looks, that's on you to keep on improving your skills until you get there. Since the last version of my art, you can't even notice that I took inspiration from all these artists. If you compare my art to theirs, layers individually, and that's how it should be. But this style looked more like the Disney Pixar style to me, and I wasn't yet good at making 3D art at the time, so I've been trying to improve ever since, and I'm now more confident with how it looks after months of working on this video. Please consider subscribing if you found this video to be valuable.